Oh, hey guys. Thank you for joining me on this special Drew's Day Tuesday, because it is your boy's birthday week. That's right, we've been celebrating since last Saturday, and it's going to keep going through the weekend. I hope you guys are having a better week than those officers that were on that deck that didn't check the weight limits first. And I also hope you found your people like this construction cat. A bunch of construction workers found a cat and have adopted him into one of their own. Even gave him a job, put him to work. But we got a fun show for you. We got What You Eatin, What You Watchin, and a top 5 that gets you geared up for the college football season that starts this weekend. That's right. Whatever is left of college football starts this weekend. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you being here. Mattel has announced that they are holding a Uno championship series. Like, throwing down draw fours on your family is one thing, because y'all can talk about it and heal afterwards. But you're just dropping them on strangers like it's nothing. Ruthless. In-person and digital qualifiers lead to a Los Angeles championship on November 11th. The winner gets $50,000. So if you are the champion of Uno in your household, maybe put it to the test. See if you can win that ultimate prize. I'm still trying to save up some money to go to the Rummy Cube Championships in Germany. I think I can do some damage. Cup O Noodles dropped dorm room survival kit. Genius idea. Great marketing on their part. The $70 deal includes an egg cooker, an electric kettle to warm up that water, and then a 6-pack O Noodles. They could have given you some more noodles for $70. Like, you can get an egg cooker and a kettle at Goodwill for like $20 for both. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to all these secondhand stores and find a bunch of appliances and have my own survival kits for $50. Teach these kids how to be entrepreneurs. Undercut your opponents. Harvard settles a class action lawsuit for $53 million. Nothing to do with academics, nothing to do with letting kids in or not, or what they're doing, but this is for the morgue. They found out that a former morgue manager, Cedric Lodge, was selling donated human remains. They had to pay out 47 families for this. Then $53 million doesn't really sound like a lot. You're really only getting like 1.1 a piece, if that, 1.05. New York City is so cool again that the otters came back. For the first time in 100 years, the river otter is back in the Bronx River, once heavily polluted and regarded as one of the most neglected urban rivers there was. But after decades of restoration and public agencies and nonprofit organizations, community volunteers, blah, 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 et cetera, they finally got the water up to code, at least for the family otters, to try it out and give it a shot, see if they want to move to New York. You know, probably been hanging out in Canada for a little bit, you know, getting some free universal health care. Now they back in New York, testing the waters, seeing how it goes. Reader's Digest dropped the top 10 ice cream flavors from Instacart. I guess just everybody has their data now. At number 10, it was cherry. I need to give cherry ice cream a try. I sometimes it's with cherries, but I never like go get cherry ice cream. But I bet it's delicious. Number 9 is strawberry. 8, coffee. One of my favorites. 7, mint chocolate chip. 6, peanut butter. It needs to be higher than that. 5, chocolate fudge brownie. 4, cookies and cream. 3, cookie dough. And then you got the old standards, 2, chocolate, 1, vanilla. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite flavor of ice cream is. Give me some crazy stuff, you know? Like, I remember growing up, my favorite ice cream was bubblegum. Shout out to Southern Pines Ice Cream Shop. Still rolling. We love you. The Las Vegas Raiders have been in their stadium since 2020, and they are proposing a $158 million upgrade. They want to build up the front door, as they call it. The project would create a new front door with pedestrian deck, public plaza, event deck, and transportation improvements. So again, we'll get to see who foots that bill. Is it the public or is it the billion-dollar owners? Ethel Carterham just turned 117. and she celebrated her birthday on the 21st. So shout out Ethel. She is the first Brit to hit 117. Apparently not many Brits are living that long. The world's oldest living person celebrated with family and friends and a Frank Sinatra impersonator. So Granny still knows what she wants and still living it up, doing her birthday her way. Have y'all seen Momota? If not, please let me introduce you to them. It's the cone-loving Japanese polar bear, like 8 months old, and just has a fascination with traffic cones. So much so that he's already aggravated his mom. His mom's like, dude, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me so much. So I love to see parenting in different species because it's all the same. But like I said, we got a great show for you. Up next, it's What You Watching, Guy? TV and movie news up ahead. Coyote vs. Acme debuted on Rotten Tomatoes, getting the first ever 101%. It is crazy to think that they shelved this movie for 3 years. Hollywood sucks. But I'm so glad. I can't wait. I haven't been excited about seeing a movie in a long time, but I'm definitely going to watch this one. It's got John Cena and Coyote. What more do you need? Sons of Anarchy are reuniting not for a sequel or a prequel or a spinoff, but they're playing themselves at a Comic-Con type situation. It's called Legends. It is a limited meta thriller, whatever the world that means. They just come across some dangerous situation at a convention. So Charlie Hunnam, Jax, and the gang get through it. So I'm a massive Sons of Anarchy fan. I love it. It's Sopranos on motorcycles. Couldn't get enough of it. I mean, season 3 sucked, but we can overlook that. And I'm excited to see the gang back together. Do they bring back the guys that died during the series? Like, they're just like, nah, you back. Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy and WWE fame has been cast as Kratos in God of War. Speaking of Sons of Anarchy, Ryan Hurst was playing the role, but he tore his bicep, and he's going to be out a while, so they had to recast, and they went with Batista for it. It is a Prime TV series, so keep your eyes out if you are a fan of the video game that lasted for forever. Like I wasn't a PlayStation guy, I was Xbox, but God of War was a lot of fun to play when I was over at my friend's house. And just to let you know, I finished a rewatch of Dawson's Creek, and drumroll, please, still holds up. Great show. If you're looking for a show to just watch in the background while you're just doing stuff, Dawson's Creek on Hulu is where it's at. We miss you, Dawson. Hello. I have more foodstuffs for you. It's my birthday week, so I have to treat myself, and one of my favorite things in the world is chicken and waffles, and Chick-fil-A just brought back their chicken and waffle breakfast sandwich, so you know your boy had to get it. It is delicious. The waffle is fantastic, got a nice little sweetness to it. The bacon adds so much to the already beautifully fried Chick-fil-A patty. This is good. This is a great way to eat chicken and waffles. On the go, in your hand, going about your business. It's got the saltiness of the bacon. It's got the amazing Chick-fil-A chicken, which is one of the best in the breakfast game. The waffle seems dense, but it's not. It's nice and fluffy. It's got a nice sweetness to it. They got the syrup in it already. If you're a chicken and waffle fan, you can't miss a sandwich. They got a breakfast version, which I got. Great way to start your day. They got a bigger version for lunch, and they also got a new s'mores milkshake that you can go check out if you're a s'mores fan. Doing good things, Chick-fil-A. Doing good things. Like I said up top, what's left of college football kicks off this weekend. Just got NFL players returning to play college. You got coaches paid a bunch of money to leave. Like, it's not what we grew up with. So let's remember a simpler time, a better time for college football when we truly loved watching the sport and got behind the teams and knew those kids maybe, just maybe, were going to class. Let's do top 5 college quarterbacks of all time. Like, so many to choose from. Like, legit, there's like 10 guys that could easily have a claim to these top spots. But this is my list. Please let me know in the comments below nicely what your top 5 would be. Some of these guys went on to have great NFL careers. Some of them just had glory days in college, which, hey, nothing's wrong. I didn't even have that many glory days in high school. So I'm in no position to judge these guys' lives and careers. But we loved watching them on Saturday and in the bowl games, and then just hoped that their name would get called for our favorite team, and they'd have a good NFL career. But we're sticking with college. This is college. This isn't what they became. This is what this is college. College. Honorable mention, it is Matt Leinart. This is when USC was untouchable. Really, the only thing that kept him out of the top 5 is most of the time he was Reggie Bush's Robin. And that's okay. Reggie Bush was a beast. But 2004 was huge for him. You know, the Heisman win, BCS National Championship. They won the National Championship the year earlier, but it was the AP National Championship. That's still when we had computers deciding who the National Championship was, not a convoluted playoff that's going to expand year by year. And his number 11 is retire at USC, so that's awesome. Good on Matt Leinart. And then, you know, he didn't have the best of NFL careers, but he makes some very funny commercials making fun of his NFL career. So I appreciate you, Matt Leinart. Pretty good analyst, too. Getting into the countdown at number 5, it is Nebraska's Tommy Frazier. 2-time national championship, 1995 quarterback of the year, and an All-American. He was an MVP of 3 consecutive high-profile bowl games for Nebraska. And many people believe the 95 Huskers are the greatest college football team of all time, and he was their best player. Unfortunately, 1 year in the CFL after he went undrafted ended his playing career, and he went on to coaching and had a pretty good career doing that. At number 4, it is Joe Burrow. Now, if we were going off of just 1 year, like who had the best 1 year as a college quarterback, dude would be number 1, hands down. Like that 2019 was insanity. Heisman Trophy, some consider as about a perfect season as you can have from a college quarterback standpoint. His 2019 was flawless. NCAA passing leader, natty title. He was responsible for 65 touchdowns that year. That is insane. Over 6,000 passing yards. The dude was untouchable. And then, I mean, those photos of him smoking a cigar after the national championship are just iconic. So, number 4, Joe Burrow. The other years kind of bring him down a little bit. That's all. Number 3, it's Texas's Vince Young. He won the 05 national championship and all the awards. The O'Brien, the Maxwell, the everything. Bush got that Heisman, though. And that game-winning drive in the 06 Rose Bowl, he got his revenge for that, for Bush winning the Heisman. His number 10 is retired at Texas. He ended up with 6,040 yards throwing, 44 touchdowns through the air, and he also ran for 3,100 yards and 37 touchdowns. Like, we didn't even truly know what a dual-threat quarterback was back then, and he crushed it. At number 2, it is Cam Newton. He got Auburn a national championship, all right? 1-time junior college national champion, 2-time BCS national champion. He was on that Florida team that won. 2010 Heisman. He made Auburn the best team in the land that year. His number 2 is forever retired down there, and he was the first SEC player to throw for 2,000 yards and rush for another 1,000 in a season. I mean, his 24-point comeback against Alabama is iconic, the largest in school history. It's just Cam Newton, dude. One of the few on this list, I mean, him and Burrow, that went on and just had a crazy NFL career, too. As a Panthers fan, I truly miss him. Number 1, taking home the crown this week, it is Tim Tebow. Look, man, it hurts me to say it, but the dude's great. I don't really like the guy. Definitely don't like Florida, but I got to give props where props are due. I became a Tebow believer in the 08 national championship when he beat Bradford in Oklahoma. I was pulling for Bradford that year. I thought Oklahoma had a great team, and Florida just made him look stupid. He's a 2-time national champion. He was the first underclassman, remember, to win the Heisman. He won it his sophomore year. And the dude's still only 39. Like, I really wish him as a tight end for New England would have panned out that last year just to see him just bum rush some people. Just a great athlete. Whether you like him or not, you got to admit, dude had a heck of a college career at Florida. And that is my top 5 college quarterbacks. Let me know down below what college quarterback you would throw on the list. You ain't got to bring me down. Bring yourself up. Just very politely and judiciously tell me what quarterbacks are your favorite. Let's get into some sports. Not much going on. We're still in that weird period where we're waiting for the NFL, NBA, and NHL to come back. So we just got some baseball, some Premier League soccer's back. So I'm hyped about that. James Harden is staying with the Cavs on a 3-year, $97 million extension. Russell Westbrook retired. KD slowing down. James Harden's like, nah, I'm going to play a couple more years. DeMar DeRozan signing with the Nuggets, and Klay Thompson is getting out of Dallas after his messy breakup with Megan Thee Stallion so he can go to Miami. Over in baseball news, the Brewers 22-0 win over the Mariners tides the largest shutout victory since 1888. Bryce Miller, unfortunately, was a starting pitcher for the Mariners, and then his next start didn't get better. They lost to the Cubs 19-2. So Mr. Bryce Miller is the first starting pitcher since 1890 to lose back-to-back starts by 17 or more runs. Mariners quickly saw that they needed some pitching help, so they called up left-hander Cade Anderson. He went number 3 in the 2025 MLB draft. Did pretty good. Went 5 2/3, allowing 3 runs, striking out 5. So Mariners, hopefully some help is on the way. You can put these double-digit losses. But weren't they in the World Series last year? It's brutal. Baseball is brutal. Over in football, the Texans are signing wide receivers Sterling Shepard and Zay Jones. They had a couple guys go out with injuries, so they are trying to beef up that wide receiver depth chart. And Nick Chubb, their former running back, played with the Browns and Texans, is retiring after 8 seasons. It's just insane to see all of these amazing running backs that just had too many miles on the wheels when they got to the NFL, and they all have to retire before 30. Just that Georgia pipeline alone with Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, and Todd Gurley. All of them came out with a bang and just too much too fast. Like I said, Premier League kicked off. I'm hyped. Arsenal 3-0 win over Coventry City. Like, they just dominated them. And then, Man City had to come back to beat Bournemouth. And United, my beloved United, and Tottenham both faltered. So hopefully it's not going to be another long season and we go through like 3 managers again. You think SEC schools go through coaches? You ain't seen nothing until you see Premier League soccer. They'll go through 4 or 5 a season. That's it for our show this week, guys. Thank you so much. It's my birthday. All I want you to do is subscribe to this channel for my birthday. That's all I ask. You don't have to send me a weird message. Nothing. Just hit the subscribe button. That's all I want. That's all I want. But we appreciate you being here. Remember, we're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. See you next time.